What's up, people? Welcome to another edition of the New Breed Podcast, the world's best new metal podcast from two dudes who are really there. I'm one half of your hosting duo, Jay Horsecow. With me, I have my partner in crime, the notorious TIM, Tim Anderson Jr. Tim, how's it going?
Great, man.
We are doing well. What about the Phillies, man?
Ooh, they shit the bed, huh?
They choked that one something fierce.
Someone told me that was probably the most disappointing loss of all time in Philly's history.
I literally, when it was one, when the D-bags, they're not the D-backs, the D-bags, let's be real here. They scored the run in the top of the first. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And then they hit a homer in the bottom of the second. I'm like, okay, now we're talking. And then the Diamondbacks just kept scoring, and I'm going, I'm going to bed. Can't watch it. All right, so what are we doing this week? So this week, we're going to try something new. So the last thing we tried new went over fairly well was the review of the Billboard charts. Now we're going to talk about albums of the month. And not just albums of the month. What are Tim and I listening to right now? We know we barrage a bunch of people at the end of the year when we do our year-end list where we rattle off a whole bunch of shit that nobody knows. Oh my God, you guys listen to how much? So what we're going to try and do is break this up into chunks and say, okay, for this month, these are the new releases we're digging. This is some of the older stuff we're still going on. And this is the stuff we're looking forward to upcoming. So keeping in mind, we're recording this on October 25th. So that may taper, that may change a bit when we're saying, oh, well, this is coming out in 2 weeks. And you're going, what fucking thing's been out for a month, depending upon this episode list. We're going to try and get this one out fast. But yes, we're going to talk about albums of the month. So Tim, you go first. What's the thing that you've been listening to a lot lately? One of those albums.
All right. I was going to go in order of what I have written down, but if I'm going to say what I've been listening to the most this month as in October, I would say that A Morning Star, A Reminder of the Wound Unhealed. That EP is absolutely incredible.
It's not an EP, it's an album. That's an album.
It's 6 songs, right?
I think it's more than that.
Nah, it's only 6. It's the two they released in four more.
I just hit it and it came in full volume. No, Tim, that's 12 songs.
What?
Dude, what ghetto version are you listening to?
It's called A Reminder of the Wound Unhealed, right?
A Reminder of the Wound Unhealed. Yes, there's 12 songs.
Wait a second here. Hold on a second. Because now if I'm missing this, I'm going to be very
Is this
upset.
your ghetto Apple Music?
Hold on a second.
Steve Jobs, Tim Jobs screwing you, buddy?
He fucking might be. Hold on a second.
Well, Tim's looking that up. Cheers.
A Reminder of the Wound Unhealed. 6 tracks. Encased in Crystalline, right?
Yep.
Corruption.
Yep.
Burn Offering.
Yep.
A Morning Star.
Yep.
Would It Be Easier?
Yep.
Vilma.
Yep.
And then that's all I have.
I have A World Beyond, Avatar of Darkness, Discreetly Shadowed Beneath a Mighty Wing. There's an interlude, To See Your Beauty Fade, and Original Mind.
What?
Tim. Gotta go to Bandcamp, dude. You missed the other half of the album.
What the fuck, dude? How's that even possible? Spotify has all of them?
You know what? Let me look. I think I do have a Spotify up. Hold on.
I'm really trying to figure out how this happened because it says on here A Reminder of the Wound Unhealed EP, A Morning Star, came out. Let me see.
You know what? I bought it from Bandcamp,
October 13th, 23. Yeah.
So what they probably did is they loaded all the other singles in with it because Spotify only has 6 songs. But now I'm looking and some of their other singles. So like,
is A World Beyond on there?
Yes.
Yeah, I have that as a single.
Avatar of Darkness.
That's on the Serration EP or Serration split.
To See Your Beauty Fade.
That's an EP with 4 tracks. Yeah, Discreetly Shadowed, Interlude, To See Your Beauty Fade, Original Mind. What the fuck?
Yeah, so the Bandcamp version has all of it in one.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to make a playlist of all them songs and do it that way. All right, let's start this over. I've heard all these songs, so yeah.
Yes.
I mean, what else can I say? It's one of the best releases of the year. That throwback to that 90s metalcore stuff with bands like Balmore and stuff. I mean, really good shit, man. I was not expecting this to come back as hard as it has, and bands like these two are really killing it, man. Really good release.
You could put A Morning Star, Balmora, Serration, even like Adrienne.
Yeah.
You could put what's the other one from the UK? Cauldron. You could put all these bands in a giant you could book them in the Tim and Jay metal tour, right? Sounds of the Metal Ground.
There you go.
You could put those together, and they would all. I mean, that's talented bands,
Yeah,
talented bands.
I'm really liking the way this is going, man, and I hope it continues for at least a few more years because the trends, they come and they go. So
Yeah, yeah,
I hope this one stays for a little bit.
yeah. Okay.
I'm going to assume this is on your list too.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think our first couple probably overlap. So I'm going to do another one that's on my list, which I'm completely blown away by. Insomnia by the Voynich Code on Unique Leader. We did a reaction vid of this song, and I liked it. Then I picked up this album, and holy shit, I was blown away. It is, Tim, I would describe this as, imagine you take the Black Dahlia Murder, add a little bit more deathcore and a little bit of slam into it, and then amp up the breakdowns. I think it is expertly done. And at no point do I get bored and say, I want to go to something else.
Yeah, it's funny because I have it written down here as my worth mentioning. And this one really surprised me, man. I was really, really into this one. I didn't put it as I put it in worth mentioning because I knew that you were going to talk about it. But when you sent that to me, because I forgot it came out. Because I know I tried to release our reaction vids on the Fridays that these records came out. And I listened to it. I was like, yo, this is like the same, but different.
Yeah.
There's just something that hits me different about that record. Although I've heard it before, it's just different for some reason.
Yeah, I would agree. They have enough unique bits of all the stuff that we like, and they put it together in a way where it doesn't sound like it's ripping it off. Which there is a space for bands that just blatantly say, hey, I want to make fucking Bolt Thrower songs. That's fine. They add enough different stuff that I really enjoy it.
Yeah, and it's not too overproduced I hate deathcore that's overproduced where it's just like, oh, it took forever to record them guitars because you had to stop every 2 seconds.
Yeah, yeah.
Here, do it on the grid. I fucking hate shit like that. And like Born of Osiris does that shit, and it's like, oh god, like it takes away from the music for me, man. I hate that shit. But this Voynich Code, man, it's really good, man.
Yeah, I'm really surprised. I really enjoy it. I shouldn't be surprised because I like a lot of what Unique Leader is doing lately. Shout out to Rob Morton, who may or may not share that sentiment. But I thought this was a cool find for me. This band was a cool find, and I really enjoyed it. And we found this single right before we did the reaction vid, right before the album came out, less than 2 weeks, I think 3 weeks before. And I think it's fantastic. All right, Tim, what do you got next?
I think this one might be on your list as well. Victims, which is spelled VCTMS, the Hurt Collection Volume 5. I think right now this is one of the best representations of the new metalcore sound going on. Bands like Graphic Nature, stuff like that. Not saying they're a new metal band, but they have similar adjacent qualities to.
I would agree.
They're heavy as fuck. But what I'm saying too is everyone associates this sound right now to new metal, so that's why I'm going to say it's a new metalcore band.
I would agree. I would agree. So I got to see these guys. They opened, the guys and gals, I should say. They opened they were the
There's
opening
a female
band.
drummer, right?
Yes. They were the opening band for the Paleface tour. And I had them and I think Enterprise Earth were the two bands on that tour that I'd never heard before. But I got there early enough to see them start. Because, if you're going to pay for the ticket, people, you're going to pay for the ticket, go see the fucking opener. Get a good pair of shoes so your legs don't hurt. And I was really impressed. Like, I mean, at first I was like, well, this is kind of like Body Snatcher, but not really. There is definitely a little bit more. I think there's a little bit more melody, and there's a little bit more less smash you in the face. Mm-hmm. Like there's more of a metal type song structure. I really, really liked it. Like I really liked it. Again, this is one of those where I go from Morningstar to Voynich to this, and then I go loop back to the beginning and keep going because they're really kind of wild.
Yeah, the first couple releases were a little generic in my opinion, and then I think with this one, I put it on. I was like, this is really good. Like I think they found their footing on this one.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, it has similar sounds to the rest of the stuff they've put out, but this one is just really fucking good. Like it slams in all the appropriate times.
Yes, and the idea of inserting the slam part and the breakdown part at just the right moment. Again, you could do it. You could do it terribly and kill it. You
Yeah,
just it's
absolutely.
overkill. Um, they don't overkill it. They actually do a fantastic job.
Yeah, I see. I watched a video today preparing for this, and I was like, "Oh," I was like, "I didn't even know there's a." Not that it really, not that it matters that there's a female drummer, but I like that there is because she fucking kills it, man.
Yeah, she does, and she
Good
pulls off
drummer.
live. They were good live. They were really good.
Yeah, great. Yeah, and people listen. We're not saying, "Oh, it's female." This, no, I'm just saying I didn't know there was a chick playing
Yeah,
drums, and she fucking slams on them things.
yeah,
Good
yeah.
shit,
She's
dude.
good. She's really good. Okay, so who's next? So I've got another one. So this one, you're not gonna like this one. Night Verses. Every sound has a color in the Valley of Night, Part One. So this is a instrumental, a much heavier version of Explosions in the Sky.
Yeah,
Probably close to a heavier Russian Circles in the sense that there are some breakdowns in some of the songs. There are some stomp parts, but not technical like Animals as Leaders. And I found this through a Cult Nation write up of albums you might have missed this year. They're a 3-piece. I think they're from California. Really enjoyed it. I know instrumental's not for everybody. Tim is not necessarily a fan, but if you like again, Explosions in the Sky, Mogwai, Russian Circles, Inter Arma, um, Godspeed You Black Emperor. This is a band you definitely want to check out because it's heavy in the right ways.
yeah, and I could have sworn that the first couple night verse stuff, like verses, I'm sorry, stuff was I could have swore there's singing in that stuff.
It might be. There might be.
Maybe I'm thinking of a different band, but I could have sworn that some of the old stuff. You should put it on while I'm talking in the background, listen to it. But I swear to you, they were like kind of like a no devotion band, but heavier. But they had singing. I could
I
be
will.
wrong though.
I will check it out. I will check it out. But it's yeah. They have a lot. They have one in 2018.
Put
It's
one on in the
heavy.
background. So I mean, we're not going to be able to hear, but put it on and see and scroll through real quick and see if they're singing because I could have swore there was singing in this stuff.
Yeah,
And there
I'm
was like members of like some other bands in this.
I'm flipping around. I don't hear it, but then again, it could just be the album. I don't know. I will look up. From the Gallery of Sleep was 2018. And then they had the singles. Nah, I
May
think they're totally instrumental.
I could be wrong. I could maybe I'm thinking of another band, but yeah, whatever. I did listen to the record, and I mean, I didn't listen to it. I kind of skipped through every song, and I'm like, I just don't like instrumental
Yeah,
music.
it's not your thing, dude. I mean,
Remember
we've
that
talked.
band Chan?
Yes,
They're a good instrumental band. They have some really good tracks, but like
uh,
I just don't like music that doesn't have singing for some reason.
I will say the most impressive instrumental band I've ever seen live, and I love Russian Circles. I really do. Memoriam is a brilliantly beautiful album.
Great band, yeah.
I've never seen Pelican. I've never seen Explosions in the Sky. Although Pelican, the fire in their mouths will beckon the thaw, is an
Yeah.
amazing instrumental post rock album. Right,
Great, great stuff. Yeah.
amazing. But I saw Animals as Leaders back when one of the last shows the Troc did. They were co-headlining with the Devin Townsend band.
Yeah.
And I literally sat there with my mouth open watching him play. If you don't, if you're listening, if you're watching Tosin Abasi, Animals as Leaders, just pull up one of his videos and prepare to have your mind blown. He makes it look effortless.
Yeah, he's a
Legitimately effortless.
incredible guitar player. Yeah. Well, he's a Berkeley guy, right?
Yeah, and he was in Reflux with Evan Brewer from Animosity and Entheos. And Asher Vildson was the singer who went on to found, what was that record label? Jesus, they did Summer
Sumerian.
Slaughter Tour. Sumerian. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, Tim. So who do you got?
So this one came out on September 29th, but I'm going to include it for October because I didn't hear it till October. I actually didn't even know it came out. Rorcal with Silence. Yeah, this came out on HUMM Records. Is it Humus or Hum? I don't want to say Hummus.
Yeah.
All right, Hummus Records. They're out of Switzerland, but dude, they have a lot of stuff out. But I'll tell you what, man. If you know me personally or you listen to this podcast, I fucking love music that just makes you want to take a shower after you listen to it. This is that band. It's not as filthy as some of the other stuff like the Ethan's bands. It's not as
Primitive
filthy as
Man or Vermin Womb.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's not as filthy as Vermin Womb and that stuff. But this shit is very hard to listen to in a good way. It is fucking it like strangles you as you listen to it, man. It's really good, dude. So if you're into like that really fucking deep black death metal stuff, this is the record for you, man. It's perfect. It's really fucking good. I know Cleary loves this band, so you know what
Okay.
it sounds like if Cleary loves it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, check this out if you're into that stuff.
I will definitely give that a listen. So I'm going to go back as well. I'm not going to do an October band, but it's September. Keeping in mind that we have a release coming out this week, right? I'm going to go back to September, which is this is going to be so against type. This is one of the bands that I missed when I was at Psycho Las Vegas, and I have kicked myself since. Monolord.
Oh, okay.
They did a 2-song single. It's all the same in the Glaive. Glaive, it's all the same in the Only Road. And the best way to describe these guys would be if you Queens of the Stone Age, Caius, Fu Manchu, that fuzzed out
stoner metal,
Sonoran desert sound, that fuzzed out stoner metal sound. Which is funny because Gate Creeper's from the same desert and they make, ridiculously heavy metal. But I go back to this EP and then I go on the Spotify and I grab their last album and I just let it play. And it's a great, it's not too heavy, but it's got some edge to it. But that overdriven fuzzy bass, it makes my hair on my neck stand up. I love that sound. I have always said that last Caius album and The Circus Leaves Town was absolutely amazing. And John Garcia's side project afterwards, Slow Burn, pissed that they didn't play the Ozfest I went to that year. I think that EP is amazing. And Chula Vista, he's done Chino Vista, I think. He has done so many different things afterwards, and he's just so talented. But yeah, if you wanna get a groove on, maybe like High on Fire Adjacent or Sleep, right?
Yeah.
Monolord, this is your thing.
Yeah, I listen to that record and I'm not the biggest fan of that stuff. I do like the Caillou stuff and that whole desert sound. I love that shit. Which talking about that, if you've never seen that documentary, that shit is amazing.
Dude, how awesome is that?
Yeah, that
what is it?
Sounds is great.
Low Sound Desert? Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking great. I think it's on Tubi actually.
Yeah.
I want to tell you I know you're hip to it. But Tubi has so much good shit on it.
Dude, I watch that more than I watch Netflix.
Dude, it's amazing. It has so much cool shit on it.
I'm a big fan of 80s movies. I'm a big fan of kind of like cheesy direct to VHS cinema. I'm a big fan of documentaries. You go on Tubi and you play 2 or 3 things that you really like, and it will daisy chain together suggestions where I'm like, well, hit it again, play. Oh, dude, I think it's fantastic,
it's great, man. I mean, nothing music related, but there was this dude on Rogan the other day, and he was talking about like catching pythons in the glades in Florida.
Okay,
it was just super interesting. And then he was like, "Yeah, there's this documentary called The Gladesman, like the last Sawgrass Cowboys or something."
Okay,
dude, super fucking cool stuff. Like it's basically Florida is not allowing you to airboat through the Everglades anymore because it's killing the grass or some shit.
Okay.
But this is like about all these people who grew up there and like, python hunting and all that. Dude, it's super fucking cool, but I couldn't find it. Then all of a sudden I look on Tubi and it's on there. I'm like, yo, fucking Tubi has everything.
They literally do have everything. That I find I use that a lot. I end up on Freevee a lot.
Freevee rules. I love Bosch on Free. That's great.
Dude, we just caught up with the season. It's fantastic.
It's really good, man.
I'm a big fan of, dude, put on a documentary about some random music shit. I'll watch it. And you end up with all that cool stuff. That and the 80s grindhouse type stuff. I'm a big fan of those.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Tim, there's a movie you need to watch. It's in the same vein as Porky's. It's terrible, but you will laugh the entire time. It's called Up the Creek. You can thank me later.
I'll check it out. It's on Tubi.
Yeah, pretty sure it's on Tubi. Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't mind the 40-second commercial every 40 minutes or whatever.
Dude, it gives you a chance to get up and get another beer or go to the bathroom. Dude. I mean, it's not bad.
Not bad at all. Freevee has them every like 30 minutes too. It's great. 20 minutes. Who gives a
Mhm.
fuck? It's free. Get over it.
I like that, like the stuff where you can't find it streaming on any other site. That's where I think it's cool.
I
Where
just
it's
hope
like,
they don't start charging. I hope their commercials are enough to keep them afloat. You know what I mean?
one would hope. I really do hope
You
so
never know
because yeah,
though.
I don't mind. I don't mind paying the fucking. I mean,
Oh yeah,
not
no,
paying.
no,
I don't
no, no.
mind watching the commercials because, again, I get up and run to the bathroom real quick. I refill my water and I come back in and here we go.
Let's just say if you can watch a sporting event on TV with all them commercials, you can fucking deal with Tubi.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
you can deal with Tubi. It's nothing like that shit. All right. Next, band out of the UK. They put out a record a couple years ago that blew my fucking mind. They just put out another one. I had no clue that came out. It came out last week. I don't know. I don't know if this is how you say it. It's spelled Svalbard. Svalbard.
Svalbard. Yep.
Svalbard. The record's called The Weight of the Mask. Out on Nuclear Blast. This one is extremely hard to explain, but goddamn, it's fucking good, man. It's like melodic and lush. It's emotional as hell. It's hardcore punk at times. It's black gaze at times. It's the production is fucking amazing. But goddamn, this record's good, man. I'm trying to think what this band sounds like, and I just fucking can't.
I don't know how to describe it. I mean, it's not like people are going to see the name and they're going to think it sounds like Amon Amarth
Yeah,
or
exactly.
Kveler Attack, which it doesn't.
Not at all. This is like that emotional, like not. And don't when I say emotional, don't think it means emo because it does not at all. This is like that emotional, like real screamo, but at the same time, like not death metal, not black metal. It's so fucking hard to explain, man. But yo, it hits so good. The riffing on this is so fucking good. The drumming rules. Female fronted singer who fronts a fucking black metal band, which is really good. I mean, it's hard to explain, dude, but just listen to it because I just can't explain it. It's one of them things I just can't explain, and I'm really sorry to keep saying that, but that's just how I got to describe it. You've heard it, right?
Yeah, yeah,
What would
yeah.
you
It's
say?
it's yeah. It is, there definitely is some emotion. It's atmospheric almost, and,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's probably a
yes.
good word to use. But still heavy. But still heavy.
It's got a lot of them hardcore punk beats in it with a lot of the atmosphere below it, which I fucking love, dude.
Yeah.
The lyrics to the songs are fucking super deep. I
Look at
watched a
lyrics.
reaction video earlier where a girl reacted to it and she fucking cried at the end. So that's the kind of shit you're getting into right there. She was like, "Yo, them lyrics hit me so hard." She started crying. I was like, "Wow." So
Huh.
yeah, I mean, if you like shit that's just very bleak and very just heavy at the same time, this is
But I
for
feel
you,
like you
dude.
want to kill yourself. Yeah.
Basically, dude. Yeah, I mean, you want to be depressed, listen to that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good.
But yeah, their record before that, I think it's called "If I Die, Will I Be Better" or something like that, is just as good, if not better. But this record is incredible.
What
Might
was
be
the
in
name of
my
that?
top 10.
What was the name of that band you found from the Ukraine last year that made everybody in a bad mood? It made everybody miserable.
Was
It
it?
was in the end of the year episode we did. Josh Ritter was like, "Yo, I can't listen to that stuff. It made me so suicidal." White wound.
Yeah. What? Oh no. Oh yeah.
White
One of my
something.
favorite records last year. Yeah. What the fuck were they called? I'm gonna
I don't know, dude. I've been
White
drinking for 2
Ward.
hours.
White
White
Ward.
Ward. That's it. That's it.
That stuff's incredible. Yeah. Kind of on the same thing without the blast beats, honestly.
Yeah. 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 That's why they came up. That's what I thought about.
No,
So
you're 100% right. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with one. This is late September, early October. Fuck up, and this is the first episode of us doing this. The album is Unicorn, and the band is Gunship.
I have it
And
as well. Yeah.
holy shit! So this is that
September 29th. So we'll count this.
darkcore synth wavy type stuff. There's a song with Carpenter Brute and Gavin Rossdale, which is amazing. There's a song with Health that's amazing. There's a song with John Carpenter that's amazing. This is a long album. Each song is between 3 and 5 minutes. There's like 13 tracks on it. They do a song with Power Glove. I knew this came out because you reminded me. You said, "Don't forget that Gunship album came out." So I tagged it. I hardened it, and then I moved on to whatever I was doing. And then at some point, I was flicking through my phone, and I said, "Oh, let me put this on." And I started working, and it was one of those where I was working, and then
Yep.
like I caught myself just looking at the speaker, like
Yeah, man.
rewind,
That,
rewind. Like
they're the best synth wave artists out there right now.
and there is a lot. So there is a lot of competition in that space. We've talked about this stuff like Time Cop 1984 and Carpenter Brute and Perturbator. This album is great. It's
Dude,
great.
so I had a fire out back like 3 weeks ago when it came out. And every time I have a fire pit, people in my fire pit, I always put on stuff like this so Brianna doesn't doesn't freak out and listen to me fucking playing Gorilla and shit like that. But anyway, I put this on so she could deal with it. But dude, I did the same thing, man. I put it on. It was the first time I listened to it. I'm like, let me put this on. I'm a little drunk, whatever. I put it on. I was like, yo, this record is so fucking good.
Yes.
I did the same thing. I look at the speaker and I'm like, replay that one. Replay that one.
You keep looking at it like
the next track. I'm like, replay that. Like, I gotta hear that again. And then there's a song on there called Something Heart. What the hell is it called?
Hold on.
Dude, it's so good. Holographic Heart.
Yes, with Britta Phillips. Yep.
Dude, that song is so good. Yo, if you like music straight out of the 80s from 2023, there you fucking go, man.
Yes.
I'm gonna say it now. I don't care what anyone says. They are the best synthwave, dark wave artist out there. There's no one better. I don't care what anyone says. And this is a band that came from people in the metal scene in the UK. They were called Fight Star. Have you listened to that record?
No, it's on my list of that and Rourcal, two things I haven't chipped away at yet. Yep.
So picture that band, all the singers in that band singing in a metal band, and that's what you get. Not like death metal, not that kind of shit. Dude, it's really cool stuff, man. But yeah, that Gunship record is in my top 10 for sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to be in mine as well. This is kind of unreal. Like, I was not expecting this to be as good as it actually was. This is one of those things. So my wife is older than me, and when I put on things like Soft Kill, she comes out of the room in Drab Majesty. She's tilting her head out. This is one of those things I had on where I was doing I was making dog food, and she came out and she said, "Who is this? Is this Depeche Mode?" Like, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's that good. It gets the women like, whoa, that's good.
Yeah,
man.
like, really, who is this? Yeah, it's that good.
And a lot of people were saying like, oh, this is their worst record. The first two are way better. I think it's their best record.
What are they, fucking high?
The first record is phenomenal. I absolutely love it. The second record, I was like, it has great tracks. The third record totally blew both of them out of the water. I don't care what anyone says.
The second record was what, Dark All Day?
Yeah. Great record, great songs, not as memorable, but this third record blows both of them out of the water.
Oh, it is unbelievable, dude. I'm actually going to go upstairs and put my headphones on before I go to bed and listen to this. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's perfect, man. All right. We're going to go to another similar. Yeah, I'm going to go to another similar sounding record. Crosses with Good Night, God Bless, I Love You, Delete.
That was on my list. Jesus. What is Chino doing?
Yeah, this is, if you want your Deftones fix without it being like that, without it sounding like Deftones, this is the record for you.
Yes.
Chino's voice. Listen, if anyone else sung for this band, I don't think I'd like it as much. His voice and lyrics and all that, they fit perfectly for what they're doing. Who is it? It's what's his name from Far, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, who the hell's that dude? Is it Sean?
Sean, what's his name?
Yeah, why do I forget his name too? It's Sean from Far. It's what's his name from
Sean Lopez.
It's Lopez, Sean Lopez. Is he in Far?
He was, yeah. He was the bassist, I think, in Far.
It's him.
Guitarist, yeah.
It's the other dude from that other band. Who's in the other guy?
Chuck Doom.
Yeah, it's Chuck Doom from what the fuck was he in?
I have no idea.
Well, it's them three. It's them two. Chino, obviously, but dude, this record, man, this is more of the same you would expect from Crosses, but this one's on another level too. The songwriting in this one is fucking fantastic.
Really, really good. And the transitions, music, and the transitions. It's actually a very light but enjoyable listen where you can just let it go, and it's one of those where it ends, and started again.
Let me ask you this. You know, on the Deftones records, how Chino's vocals are like kind of shitty at times. Like there's parts where his vocals suck, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yep.
His vocals on all of the Crosses releases are fucking perfect.
I
They're
think
produced so much better. So I kind of feel like the new Deftones record, he should do, whoever produces his vocals for Crosses should go in the studio and produce them vocals because they're perfect.
Yeah.
They're classic 2002 Chino vocals on this.
It is kind of odd that sometimes his Deftones performances don't have the same bite because Palms that he did with the guys from ISIS.
Yeah.
I love that album.
Great
I love
record,
that album. I mean, he obviously still has the talent. I mean, he can't scream like he did with Teething, like he can't anymore. I mean, he's older, and your vocal cords change. They can't do it, but this is right in his pocket. He needs to do more of this, and needed to find a way to work that into the heavier shit that the Deftones play.
That's what I mean. Yeah, they need to take, maybe Sean Lopez is doing it, but they need to bring him in and make him produce the vocals.
Yeah.
And I just don't understand why they're lackluster on the new records. Like on Ohms, I love that record, but the vocal performance is very mediocre on that record. It's very flat sounding, in my opinion. The record's kind of flat, actually. A lot of people have been complaining about that, but I think if you take the production team behind there just for vocals, I think you get a way better record for the new Deftones because they're recording, I think, right now. So
I think so. Yeah. What's coming? What is? Oh, Black Stallion. So that was the White Pony remix. Yeah, I thought that album was great.
oh yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff on that one. But you definitely need that production on the new Deftones. That's just my opinion. And if you're listening, you should probably compare the Ohms record to the Crosses record, and you'd be like, oh, okay, I see what he's saying.
Which is the one that was terrible? Was it Gore?
Yeah, Gore has tracks that are good, but the rest of it's fucking terrible. Like the first half of the record's great. The second half of it is fucking awful.
I liked Doom User. I thought that was good.
Doomed User, great. The first 5 tracks are great.
Yeah. Prayers Triangles, the opener was good. And then it kind of just falls apart.
Yeah, it like goes nowhere.
It fizzles.
Yeah, it goes nowhere, and I'm really not a fan of it. I love it's my favorite band, obviously, but
I think I got one more pick. So you just stole fucking Crosses. Let me look at what came out in September that I'm late.
I could go while you're looking.
Go on.
All right, so came out October 13th, the new 13 record. It's called 7. Shit. I'm sure listening to this, you know who Zeke from 13 is. Another great release from him. I just don't know how he continues to put out records every year that are just, it's just good, man.
Yeah.
If you like it, I can't really, for the people listening, you probably already know who this is. You should if you listen to us. We've had him on 3 times by now. Yeah, dude. The first track, incredible. The whole record, it's like, how do you put out 13 tracks every year and just be continuously great? You know what I mean? Like, it's very hard to do, especially by yourself.
Yeah.
So to me, this makes the list because every year he puts out a record and I go, wow. Like, wow, dude.
How is this guy still going? How is he still going?
And he's probably has the other record written already. So
I'd be surprised if he didn't. Let's put it that way. I'm surprised if he didn't.
Me too. And we need to get him on the show for this. So
we do. We need to reach out. Okay, so my last pick, we can cut it at this. Back into September, we talked about this band earlier when we talked about a Morning Star, Serration, and Simulations of Hell. So I'm going to be honest, I'm kind of disappointed in this. The only thing I'm disappointed about is it's 8 songs.
It's short.
It's really short. Not that is if that is the biggest complaint I have about your release, I'm kind of being snobby, right? I think the sound is great. I think Colton's vocals are fucking vicious. Like they're just vicious.
He is the new Dan from Zayo. Yes,
he has this snarl to his delivery, but it's 8 songs. I think it's a monster. I love that metalcore stuff, that early aughts metalcore stuff that's coming back. It's a new thing. I think this is great. Again, Days just keeps knocking it out of the park, shot after shot after shot after shot. I mean, I'm going to say something. Tim, Days and Triple B is the new Trustkill Ferret.
Oh, absolutely.
They're nonstop going.
I mean, Morning Star came out on Days, so right there you obviously know what's going on. But I will double down on you. That Serration record is fucking filthy. It's everything I love about that genre. 2 of the songs are interludes, so it's basically 6 songs. But dude, that shit is super heavy, super fun to listen to. They're probably the best metalcore band out right now, in my opinion.
And so I just flipped back to Days just to look at that lineup. The new Bayway comes out Friday. They've got Pain of Truth, which I'm sorry is a fucking awesome. That's going to be one of
great record.
That gives Incendiary a run for its money.
It does, man.
Witness Chamber, which is fantastic. They've got Deliquescence coming out, so he's starting to mess it with like a little bit of more metal stuff.
Yeah. I listened to that single; it was pretty good. Which
one? The Deliquescence?
Yeah.
We got to get him on. We got to get one of those guys on to talk about it. But yeah, I think this early aughts metalcore sound that's coming back. You have bands that are influenced by it, but not blatantly ripping off, and they're doing a great job.
Yeah, that Serration I cannot recommend enough. You're 100% with that one. I mean, if you're going September, the new Harm's Way is great.
Yeah,
I mean, let's be honest. That record's a fucking monster. Great record. New Adjacent, I would say.
Yes, they definitely have those leanings. They do have those leanings.
Yeah, I mean, people can yell at me all they want. It's New Adjacent, man. Get over it. That's just how it is. But I know you're done with yours, but I'm going to go through some more shit. So some singles for this month. E-Town Concrete, Level Up. If you like anything from Second Coming, that's a fucking great song. The new Rivers of Nile song.
That song is amazing. You want to talk about a band that took a hiatus and came back and nothing changed?
Nothing changed. Amazing track, dude. Rivers of Nile with Hellbirds, really fucking good. Adam that plays bass is now the singer because the singer left. They went in a little bit of a different direction, but holy shit, it's good, man. And I just love that band. Many Eyes with Revelation. I was expecting an Eat Every Time I Die clone, but I was blown away by that track, man. I listened to the first 20 seconds of it, and I remember I put in Slack to Dan. I was like, yeah, not a fan of it. And I was like, let me go back to it. And I did. And I went more into it. I'm like, yo, this track is good, dude.
Yep.
Really good stuff. Flashback put out 2 singles this month. One's called Face the Fear.
When does that album come out?
I don't know, but the new single they just put out is incredible.
Yeah, it's I think it comes out it definitely comes back this year.
It has to be because they're putting out singles once a month at least.
Wait a minute. Face the Fear, Drip So Slow.
Drip So Slow, that's it.
I gotta look, but yeah, another band that just, they're doing a fucking awesome job.
Yeah, they're showing their progression in every song, man.
Yes.
I love it, dude.
Yes.
Some more worth mentioning, the new Dreamwell record. It's called In My Saddest Dreams, I Am Beside You. If you like Screamo stuff, this is Screamo done well right here. I got the promo for this about a month ago, and I totally forgot it was in my email. I'm so pissed off. I forgot it was in there. This record, if you like that Jerome's Dream record that came out a while ago, this stuff is right up there. It's a little heavier. It's a little more chaotic, but this shit is really good, dude. Screamo stuff. Not a Treyu, kids. This is Screamo right here. Check that out.
Their new album comes out tomorrow. Friday.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's going to be in my top 10. I can already tell you that. So.
Wait a minute. No, the second single comes out October 27th. Face the Fear.
Oh, I thought that was already out.
Wait a minute. No, okay. I'm right. I'm sorry. Jesus, I've been drinking. The second single is out. The new album comes out on the 27th.
Oh, okay. So Friday. All right. Good shit. Another worth mentioning, if you're in the hip hop, there's a rapper from Philly called OT The Real. He just put out a record called Zombie. One of the best rappers out of Philly. White dude. So it's very surprising. Not surprising these days, actually. What am I saying?
No.
Yeah, white dude out of Philly. Really good stuff, man. you like boom bap stuff, you like that like newer boom bap rap, it's really good stuff. So check that out if you're into hip hop. But yeah, how many minutes did we get out of this one?
Got almost an
Probably,
hour. Almost
yeah.
an hour.
Yeah, let us know if you like us doing this because there's a lot of people that ask in the comments on YouTube, like, where do you guys find new music and blah blah blah,
Yeah.
and we explain
What were
that.
those
But
bands you guys were talking about? You know, because we go. I mean, we go through so many, Tim, and you and I, because we have an intimate knowledge and we talk during the week. We're throwing names back and forth. I'm sure there are people who are at home listening, like, "Yo, what did they just say? What band?"
yeah, so if you want to catch up on shit we're listening to for the month, you should probably check these out. But let us know what you think of these because if no one's into it, I mean, we'll keep doing it. But like, if you're into this kind of stuff, let us know. So
Yeah. Otherwise, we can spread them out or do whatever. All right.
yeah, we'll try and put it out like the first week of the the next month. So this will come out hopefully November 1st. We'll see, and
Yeah.
then November's will come out December or whatever. You know what I mean. So
Yeah. We'll stay a month ahead. All right. New Breed _ podcast, both Twitter and Instagram, newbreedpodcast@gmail.com. Thanks for tuning in, watching. Thanks for tuning in and listening. If you want to leave us an angry voicemail, it's 267-297-4627. We will play it on the show. I hope you enjoyed this. If you want more, let us know. If you don't want more, let us know. You got our email, you got our voicemail, you got to find us on YouTube. Until next time, it's New Breed Podcast saying cheers.
later.